All right, we are live for another great edition of the Thursday Night Throwdown. Joining me, always, my boys. We'll see if they pop on. We are live for another great edition of the Thursday Night Throwdown. So I know there's some late getting this out and everybody, so. So, should be an interesting game. Interested to see that we got the Bears and Vikes. So, join me always. Should be a good game. Interested to see how well we do here. I'm heavy on the Vikings. I know it's the Bears and it's my own team, but I still like the Vikings to win this game. Yeah, what's up, NT? Thanks for popping on. Thanks for those first couple looks on those headsets. Can you hear me all right? So Rich pops on, I gotta sit there and say, I gotta hope people are just listening to me. Sounds like they are. All right, sounds good. 3rd and 3, you go for a 40-yard pass. So it should be all right. Cool. I'm thinking everybody's a little bit on a hangover watching this Bears Packers game and thinking that everybody and their mother I could hear is on the over in this game, which very well may hit, but I'm looking for a better number. If I can get that around 40, I like my chances here. What's up, Gerardo? So I mean, I think the Vikings are the better team. They generally handle the Bears. I know, Gerardo, you gave the over. I'm actually on the under, to be flat honest with you, but I'm on the under only pregame. I'm just looking for a better number that I can get live. I'm on Jefferson. I'm on, obviously, Dalvin Cook. After last week, you pretty much just have to take it and then hope to look. The Bears' run game has not been as strong as it's been in previous games. So it's kind of the one look I have. I took Justin Fields rushing yards. I think he's going to need to escape the pocket and move around. I took KJ Osborne to go over as well. I'm shocked that Cook had 1 carry on that drive and they dropped his rushing yards by 5 yards. I think that doesn't make a lot of sense. So I like the 89.5 right now that you're getting live. The 16.5, if you want to take receiving, is a pretty nice number. Bears are going to do everything they can to try to take away Jefferson. I just don't think they have enough guys able to do it. There, and it'll be the question. I think the Vikings are going to be solid enough to be able to stop the run enough to be able to make the Bears work a little bit here. So we're going to think. So what's up, Gerardo? How's your day going? College football sucked. We had a good first quarter, good fourth quarter, and then we just fell short. But it looked like we were start the game looked great. Looked like what I thought. Tulsa was able to score. We were able to get some points coming back from Old Dominion, and then the second and third quarter basically just turned into kind of a field goal fest, and neither team really moved the ball. And there, obviously, we had some adjustments being made, but it was just some bad plays. I mean, you had a 39-yard gain, and then you turned around and fumbled the ball at the end of the 39-yard gain. It was like, come on. Little amateur hour, but that's going to happen as we deal with bad teams. As we start to get these better teams going forward, should be a better games going forward. Oh, Wyoming -3, -3.5. What time's that game? We're talking football or college basketball? Great run here by Montgomery. Boom. And of course, there's a flag on the play. I'm trying to set some things up. Bowl tomorrow. I thought the only bowl game I didn't list any bowls. Let me look. Because I listed bowls on Wednesday with Army, which I love Army to beat Missouri. That's good. That doesn't make any sense. Let me switch to another. You're getting Army -5. Shouldn't be any issue. Missouri can't stop the run. They can't stop the run in any way, shape, function, or form. So tomorrow. Why did I see that when I looked at it? Oh, okay. Oh, you're talking about Kent. Oh, yeah, Wyoming versus Kent State is going to be a score fest. Kent State can't stop anybody. They literally can't stop anybody, but they've got good offense. You've got Denny Crum, you got Cephas back there. They're going to be able to put up points. The question is going to be really on this Wyoming defense and the ability for them to run the ball. So that's the only question you worry about. But to me, it's a really short number. And that's probably one of the smallest numbers for Kent State. But if Wyoming's able to win the game, they're going to have to run the ball. That's the only question about the over. But I think KK's store, they don't have a very good defense. So I think Wyoming will be able to put up points. That's probably another game I'm going to be in the over. UTSA is a very, very, very solid team. The Aztecs are they're not as defensive oriented as they've been in the past. They're still a very good defense, especially running the ball. Sincere McCormick is not going to play for UTSA. How does that affect their offense when you're looking at these numbers? That's set up. So, all right, this holding call leads to 3rd and 17, and that's not going to do it. And there you go. You're going to get the Bears punting the ball as we expected off that first drive. Yeah, I mean, I'd lean San Diego State here. I mean, they've got the better punter. I know it's kind of funny to say, but they do have the better punter. But UTSA does have some weapons. Don't think just because they lost Sincere McCormick that they won't be able to put up points. They'll definitely be able to put up some points. That shouldn't be an issue. So, that last game. I wonder, is Rich just completely? Did he drink too much during that game? That was shocking that they were even in it. There they go. Here comes Minnesota. Minnesota will score in this drive here. I just don't think Spare Team fought gallantly last week. Just don't think they can do it 2 weeks in a row. And there's not enough players. If you're not going to get the special teams plays and you're not going to get the setup, and then you also look at as soon as they went into the second half, the Bears got rolled, and they just got completely rolled. There was no doubt about it. You could turn around, fold them up like a cheap coat. That was it. It was Minnesota all the way here. And Minnesota should get on the board here. They're holding that total right at 44.5 because again, obviously it's only 6 minutes have gone, so it's not too bad. Of the play that you're looking at, let me get on the Vikings first half, which is a play I like. I just don't trust this Bears team to move the football at all. I really don't. Not that I'm looking at the Vikings as they're this great team, but they've got more weapons to me. Bears have nothing to play for. It's in their best interest to lose. Oh, well, I mean, they finished the season slow, but they finished the season slow in two huge slugfest. It was like 40-45 or something, I think, in their last two games. Um, 49-41, 45-23 versus North Texas. Once they lost that North Texas game and they weren't going to go undefeated, I mean, they went ahead and they had a nice slugfest versus Western Kentucky, who we just saw a couple days ago. It's a really, really good team. But San Diego State should be able to move the football on them. It's just going to be how much can UTSA overcome the loss of Sincere McCormick. And the reason I say that in a big way, Sincere McCormick had 1,400 yards for them. 15 touchdown, 1,400 yards. Massive, man. Frank Harris is going to be able to do some things. He was still also 5 yards a carry. Brendan Brady was at 4.8 yards a carry. I mean, they're still going to be able to run the football. That's where everyone says, oh, this game is over. They're not going to score any points. I don't think my problem with San Diego State is always they can't put up points. If UTSA is able to put up points against them, I like the UTSA to win the game, but it's going to be their ability. San Diego State is a very good rush defense. Even with McCormick there, they might be able to shut them down. But yeah, that's if UTSA go through the air, but that's really their style. They could have really good success, but it should be a very interesting game. But I could definitely see your look at San Diego State -3. Yep. As long as it stays at 3, I wouldn't take anything above 3. This is really kind of a coin flip game. Here's their first flip out pass. There's the defense playing well. Vikings got it down to 3rd and 7. Bears just rallying and tackling. I love Roquan Smith. Roquan Smith is so fast. And he's like, nope, rush the pressure, come back here, still come back, and then get Cook here for the tackle. Big 3rd down. Cousins back to pass. He's got Jefferson wide open over the middle. That's it. They're in field goal range. Jefferson's going to do his dance, his point. Let's go see what we got here. Oh. All right, late getting this out. But the reason it was late getting out is I was supposed to be in Spider-Man with a group, and then we basically one of the persons that we were doing it for was moving, and that person wasn't able to do it. Then I was like, all right, let's not do it. So that's originally why I didn't think I was going to have a show, but instead I do. It's a nice little run there. Dalvin Cook finally gets out. I keep saying David Cook, but it's there because I get confused with his brother in Georgia. Don't know why. Dalvin's a bigger player name right now. So Cook's a very good back. He'll be a good back in the NFL. Here they go. Cook with another first down. Cook down to the 15. This is good if you have Gerardo's over, because I do think this is going to be where the Vikings score here, which I said they would score the extra drive, so this is not shocking to me. So you got that big 3rd down that was kind of like, all right, we're moving for. Line is moving against the Bears, 9.5 already right now. As long as we don't get a Green Bay game where you're up 14 and you give up 2 touchdowns. 14 to go with 7 minutes left. That game pissed me off on Sunday. Cook for a gain of 2. I don't know what they're doing. They blew the whistle like 10 minutes ago. Guy's still chasing the ball like it was free. Oh. Who's 20? Is Madison healthy, or is Madison playing, or is he out? No Wongo? No Wongwu? No Wongwu? Who the world is the Wongwu? All right, let's see. Third and 5. Cousins goes to the lofted pass. Touchdown. Touchdown, Jefferson. Damn it, I forgot to take Jefferson's anytime touchdown. I know it was big, but yeah. Actually, did I? Maybe I did take it. 12-yard touchdown pass. Bears give it up. So Jefferson, you haven't been watching. Basically, the Bears are showing they just can't cover Jefferson. Jefferson's got 2 catches for 30 yards and a touchdown, so he's well on his way to his prop for those of you still in the fantasy playoffs. That's something you definitely want to look at. So 7-0 Vikings. They win the first quarter. They win the first half. I just, I just don't know if the Bears are going to score enough to give you this over. That's my question. I mean, you got 5 minutes left in the first. Oh, what's a big little on this? One of the things I was going to look at. Live stats that you're looking at. I mean, I'd definitely be looking more at the Vikings guys because I think the Bears are going to have to throw 100 times in the second half. Osborne's already got 1 catch. They gave you 3.5 as prop, so that's probably a good deal. He's on his way. Like we talked about Cook itself, that didn't make any sense to me when they dropped that to 89.5. They've already raised that back up to 122 now with 1 quarter at 25. So if you took that 89, you got a 30-yard cushion right now. The Vikings go as Dalvin Cook goes. I mean, that's the team. If you stop Dalvin Cook, they're not going to do much. Ugh. See, the Bears get their second drive. It was completely stopped last time based on the 1 holding penalty. That's Gerardo. Gerardo, you got to explain. Why were you happy to lose a bet? Oh, We got a lot of dancing for whatever reason. Big run here for Montgomery. And he gets tripped up right at the end, but that hole was huge. Let's see what happens here. Oh, they didn't give him the first downs. Now they do. Montgomery's chewing them up. I don't know why, because if you're the Vikings, it's all you're playing. Actually, his stat is only at 67.5. I'd give that as official play right now. He's chewing yards. I mean, the only thing you're not going to hit is the Vikings get up 14 points. But if they're able to move the ball on the ground, get some points here, make it 7-3. They're trying to figure out ways to give Akeem Grant the ball. That's make Akeem Grant their Tyreek Hill. It worked. It's crazy in football. You always see guys like this. You see little scat backs that nobody cared about, and then one team decides, well, if we give him the ball, he's actually still got speed. Oh, that play's going nowhere. That's a loss of 2. He's been in the league forever. So this is my one thing like that. If you're the Bears, you got to decide: are we trying to win games, or are we trying to build Justin Fields? Justin Fields is yet to throw the football, or he's one. He's got one completion. He fumbles the ball. Justin Fields turnover, hits it right on the ball. What a fumble! I mean, but I looked at Fields there. I mean, look at his emotion. He's got to be like, why are you doing this? There, you're doing a design run when it doesn't matter. Yes, he's got a feel and he's got the feel, but he's 1 of 2 for 12 yards. That's not trying to run an offense, or else you basically said your offense you're going to be is going to be like the Raven-esque offense. And like, we're going to dominate the run game, which you could. You got David Montgomery. If you draft on the offensive line or build guys up, you can. But and I like Fields running the ball. That's the part of his game I like. He throws a nice deep ball. Dropping back and throwing, not his forte. Live line is now the Vikings minus 13.5. And as Yellow likes to remind us, this is the NFL. The Vikings may go down here and score, but 13.5 is a big number. But they're going to be set up for. I'm shocked that they're giving you field goal at plus 210. Because they're pretty much already in field goal range with like 5-yard carry. They get the ball at the Minnesota 49. So, yeah. It's only 15 yards to get in field goal range. You got the 76ers and Celtics playing. Sixers are an under team. That's really what you want to look at. John Morant was possibly going to play back for Memphis. Just trying to see if he was actually going to make his return tonight, because they're going to have him return versus the Thunder. So, if he played, he wasn't going to play the long, which he did. He did play. Dylan Brooks is still carrying the team. That'll be interesting to look at props and stuff like that. Also, if you haven't been following, once again, Saddiq Bey cashed again. That's 3 in a row for Saddiq Bey since Jeremy Grant's been injured. And he's not only cashing, he's cashing pretty easily. He's getting plus 20 points where you can actually double dip and take them more than once. So, oh, it's basically like here. It's free money right now. Big sack. Vikings went too cute. I'm surprised Hicks is playing this game. Been battling something, but he's been playing well. He's really good against the run. Much better versus the run than he is versus the pass. But that's a good play right there. Let's see what happens, and then they bring it right down. They get a run. Oh, nice run. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Sets up 3rd and 10. This might be a quick series for them. Let's see if the Bears don't cover Jefferson over the middle again. Bear with me one way. I'm cutting up some chicken for my dog. Big 3rd down here. 3rd and 7. What do the Vikings do? Going downfield. Oh, it's gonna be a PI. It's an incomplete pass, which he took away at the last second, but it looks like you're gonna get PI. Ty Conklin. Unnecessary roughness. They called. Oh, they called the hit. Woo! That's unlucky for the Bears. That is unlucky. Where was the unnecessary roughness? What was the unnecessary roughness on that play? I didn't see him. He didn't hit him. Wasn't a defensive receiver, but boy, that puts the Vikings in there. There goes Cook again. Boom, gain of 9. Oh, it's Devin Bush, which unfortunately went to Miami. That's a huge break. Second and 1, but smart. Just get the first down. Let's see what we can have. Cook's still going really well. He's going to get that 89 really easy. That shouldn't be any issue whatsoever. So Cook's got 45 in the first quarter. And that's going to end the first quarter. Vikings win the first quarter if you had that. We're going to look at some basketball plays. Oh, I got to check a couple things here. How did South Dakota State start off? Oh, South Dakota State. It was good, but if I'm going to be honest, I rated it 8. Okay. It wasn't like amazing, actually. My son just got back from Spider-Man. He gives it an 8. I was really expecting the other spiders to be there. People haven't seen it. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna put you on mute as he talks about the show, the movie. I'm watching the football game. All right, sorry, I unmuted you guys right there because I don't want you guys to hear any spoilers for the new Spider-Man, and I'll get nothing but hate mail. Real. My son sucks. So. Oh, you bought Airheads? Yeah, I bought my Target. Okay. Oh, you guys bought. You went to Target first. Okay. Smart move. Yeah, I don't want any right now, but yeah. All right, the Vikings are down to the 12-yard line. Cousins back to pass. Oh, almost picked. The Bears are going to lose this game. This is not an oh darn it. This is the Bears will lose this game. You're missing my son go complete happiness. There. I don't know what's happening tomorrow with work, AJ. I might have to take you to work. Mom's not feeling well. Really? Like needs to go get tested. Not feeling well. Possibly. Like we have 8 cases in school, so what a shocker. Yeah, I mean we've been waiting for one of you guys to get it. So yeah, big third down here. Can the All right, Santa believes. Nobody else does. Vikings call timeout. Matt Nagy coaching like his job's on the line. Little does he know the job's over. Yeah, I really thought I was going to get more from Old Dominion in that Tulsa game. That was the big shocker that I got. Looked good in the first quarter. They were hanging right with them. And then it was like, just couldn't make enough plays. Live elsewhere, there wasn't really a lot of good basketball games going on. You got South Dakota State, my favorite over team, but lately they haven't been getting over. Been trying to figure out kind of what's going on with them. Who do you take? Big third down. Touchdown here. You kind of feel like it's almost impossible for the Bears to come back. And said they're going to get a sack. Hold them to 3. That puts them at least still in the game. And they get a field goal. It's 10-0. Greg Joseph gets the 3. This means it's good for our David Montgomery bet because David Montgomery's still in here. I mean, it's only 2 scores. 2 scores or 10 points is nothing. Bears have to get points on this drive, though. Can't be one of these things where they come down and get no points here or have a quick drive and punt the ball again. Robert Quinn's got 15. He's got the quietest 15 sacks you've ever seen. The only time you ever hear them talk about Robert Quinn is when Robert Quinn is fair games on TV. There's no national news media player talk about Robert Quinn. There's literally nothing you hear at all about Robert Quinn. Yet Robert Quinn's got 15 sacks, tied with Nick Bosa, Myles Garrett, and TJ Watt at 17 and a half. I wonder why sacks is so high up. Yep. Yeah, Herbert's here. Yeah, the guys don't show up at half. We'll just call it a halftime. We'll give you some plays. We'll see what happens. Couple more nights left for the year to finish off and see what we finish off. Or nice 11 months worth of work. Right now we're over 200 units, so trying to push towards like 210, 215 for the year. That'd be nice. Here comes a nice good run from David Montgomery. That's good for our over 67 and a half live. I might as well put that up on the sheet so at least I can follow that. I don't know what they're thinking. They're giving you a plus 275 for a field goal right now. I don't know what they're thinking. Here comes Fields. First chance to run. Oh, he hits it. Big play. Down to the 30. Bears are going to have an answer. This is big. Daryl Mooney finally makes a play. Automatic first down. Let's get set up the Bears nicely. If you're not on David Montgomery for the next touchdown, you should be. It's a plus 400 right now. And if anything close to the goal line, it's going to be David Montgomery. Fields better tuck that away. He's going to fumble the ball again. It was a terrible run from a running quarterback. That's a number they're laying now in some of these NBA games. They're like, we're tired of getting beat by the overs. Giving you 125s, 124s, 237. Charlotte doesn't play any defense, but to throw out a 237 as a pregame line is just nuts. There comes Mooney with the run. Milo, come get food. Milo, you have to sit up. I gave him Benadryl. What? Okay, cool. Oh. All right. D just told me he's not going to be able to make it. Oh, let's see what's going on. Probably going to be just a half game, guys. Then I'm just sitting here. I start talking to myself. That's a massive penalty by the Bears. It's also interesting the Vikings declined the penalty. Because essentially you decline the penalty because you only lost 2 yards. Well, that looked like more than 2 yards to me. That looked like it was at least 5, 6, or 7. Oh, so let's see what happens. I stepped away for the second. What's the pause in action? I know there was a question on the fumble. Is that what they're looking at? Are we really looking over whether this is a fumble or not? I'm looking at the Charlotte Hornets Utah game. The sick total of 237, and that's just disgusting. But doesn't mean it's not a great spot to grab some props here. My favorite prop. This is gonna be Viking ball. Holy cow! Holy cow! They challenge it because of the offside penalty. They wait. The Vikings get the ball. What a change of events there. So the Bears have had 2 drives with 2 straight turnovers.